The LCAC special meeting on Tuesday, January 2026, and call the meeting to order. Thank you. At this time, can I have roll call?
Chair Creel,
Present?
Vice Chair Rose,
Present.
on my computer. Is out of there?
Oh, no. Let me check this one.
Oh, interesting. Like I'm in a time travel movie. At least it didn't happen before it was said.
Then. Okay. Weird. This is like works.
I know.
Not like it's a nice.
You're right. We should.
All right, let's try this again. I'm going to start from the beginning. Chair Creel,
Present.
Vice Chair Rose,
Here.
Commissioner Blanton,
Here.
Commissioner Fiorenza, Commissioner Ganapathy,
Present.
Commissioner Lynn,
Here.
Commissioner Santiago.
Oh.
We made it through.
It's a little disconcerting. Just, no, it's not. Also, it's usually done. So I just, you know, executive yes decisions.
All right, Sergio, do you think we're good? It's still repeating. Okay.
All right. I have us to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Has today's agenda been posted according to city ordinance?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Government code, public comment. So we're opening it up for public comment. If anybody would like to comment on anything that's not on the agenda.
I have
Okay,
no speaker cards.
no speaker cards. Okay, so if anything comes up on the agenda that you would like to speak on, you can come up at that time. All right, so moving forward to what we have next, adoption of the agenda. So I'd like to move to adopt today's agenda. Can I have a motion for that?
I move that we adopted, the agenda is posted.
For today,
So
great.
moved. Sorry. Second, sorry.
Second, okay, great. Anyone opposed? Everyone in favor? Great. Got everyone? Great, so the motion passes. And we're just moving on to the business portion, which today we have one item on the agenda, which is super exciting. The 120th anniversary logo design contest selection. And leading us in that conversation will be. Thank you.
hear me okay? Sort of, kind of.
Now we can.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, Commissioners. My name is Brittany Sherman. I'm the Economic Development Coordinator for the City of Morgan Hill. And really, I'm just here to present what was received for the 120th Anniversary Logo Design Contest and help you facilitate a conversation so we can review and potentially move forward with a logo design for this year. The packet was already sent out. We received 6 of the designs. They've all been, their application as well as a copy of the design has been included in the packet. So again, I'm just here to answer any questions that you might have.
Great. Do you guys have any questions on each design, or how were you going to lead us through the process of how you would like us to discuss and vote, or should we just open the discussion to everybody?
Are these
Yeah.
the only designs? You only received the 6 designs. You didn't like pick the top 6. You only just received 6.
We did not pick just the top 6. We received one additional one that did not qualify. So these
okay.
are the ones that will qualify.
That
So
qualify.
Okay,
Great.
So because there's a design statement, I don't really have a question about any design.
Okay.
I think maybe we just need to discuss that if they've all met the criteria, they wouldn't be here in the first place.
Correct.
So that's
Correct.
there. So is this just a matter of our personal
And just opening it up for discussion?
Yeah.
And just talk about
choices
what
of what we like and what we don't like?
and then we just vote and narrow it down to one?
Is that all?
So is it a process of consensus then, or how do we do that? Or is it individual votes, or how?
Should vote out.
You can,
Discussion.
it's a formal action, but it's not a formal action. It could be a vote that you take and say the majority wins. You can discuss it and get to consensus. However, the commission wants to come to the conclusion of the top logo is up to the commission, I believe, right?
that sounds good.
Does it go to the city council afterwards?
Nope, this is not a city council program. This is not public art. This is you working with city staff who is working with the committee, and you are getting to make the final decision.
Yes.
Right.
Brittany, you're just looking for our feedback. We're not going to vote on this, is what just to clarify what you just said.
You're making it final.
We are voting for, I thought I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
It can be through a vote if you want to vote,
Yeah.
maybe over quickly and say what vote who they want for. You're just gonna have to set the process because it's not a vote, like you have to have a majority vote. You can decide how the process works. So you could say, all of us can say our favorite one now, and whoever gets the highest amount of votes wins. Or you can have a conversation on all the art and try and get to consensus from the group.
You
If you
guys,
can't get to consensus, then maybe move to the vote, but that doesn't require a majority.
yeah, I mean, I think we should just go through each one and just say what just have a group discussion on everyone, just to give everyone a fair shot and then vote.
I think that sounds great.
Mhm.
And perhaps we could do it one by one, as in case if Commissioner Lynn starts and we do it on that particular one, and then the second and third.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm guessing, right? And so the voting process, we could try and do, so that way we don't influence each other. But obviously, if we see something, if one of the commissioners notices something that none of us has noticed,
Mhm.
like in the visual thinking process, kind of, I think that's actually a good thing to discuss. I'm guessing. Yeah.
And are you suggesting then that we just do one at a time and then go back through, or you're gonna do everything at once?
I was
All of
wondering if we should do it one at a
I
time.
think so,
right?
yeah.
That's-
That
That sounds right.
cleaner that way. Okay, you wanna just start, go this way?
Sure, why not?
Design number
one.
Should you want to go this way? I mean, I'm ready. So either way.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to, if you'd like to. Please
So we
go
can
ahead.
start with you if you're ready.
Go for it, sure.
So I did take a look at the criteria. And as I was looking through all the designs, and for design, I called it design number 1.
Yeah.
It was actually, are we able to put it up as we're speaking about it, Chris?
I don't know.
I don't think.
We probably can, do you want to just?
No, if not, then I'll try to describe.
You can
it.
describe it, yeah.
Yeah. And can I just pause for a second? I did want to like just review the criteria with everyone.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea that we
Sure.
just we know what we're voting on, or what we're talking about.
Agreed.
So that was really good that you brought that up. So mandatory text inclusion was the 120th anniversary or 120 years and Morgan Hill. So those are the 2 criteria for text, style and scalability, versatility. The logo must be legible and effective when used in both large and small sizes, like from a roadside or a banner or a lapel pin. So you know, it has to be clear and I think clean is my interpretation, but I'll leave you guys to interpret it how you want. Black and white, it must work effectively in a single color monochrome format. Readability, avoid intricate details that disappear at small sizes. Originality, which I think is pretty crucial, must be 100% original and the intellectual property of the entrant until the prize is awarded. And then rights were transferred to the city. Color palette, encouraged, so it's not required, but to use a color palette that aligns with our official branding. Morgan Hill's official branding, blues, greens, bold yellows representing the hill, sky, and sunshine. And when I read through them, I felt like everybody addressed that, right, in their text when they were describing their artwork. The design should use no more than 3 primary colors. So we can look at that. I mean, I guess that's not an encouragement, but it's kind of a requirement. Eligibility, original work, no AI, intellectual property. I think that was,
That's right.
yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as just the, you know, kind of the requirements and the technical specs that you guys are looking at. This is right. Did I miss anything or that's important to you?
No, I don't think so. I think those were the main points we wanted to hit on. And then of course, appreciating the past, but also looking towards the future. We wanted to hit the past, present, and future if we can.
That's
All right, great. Thank you.
All right, so some of the things I loved about this design were that I liked the simplicity of it. I like that they used poppies because because of the California poppy, right? They used El Toro and sunset. I thought it was visually pleasant, and they captured the Morgan Hill 120th anniversary. I would say one thing about it is I thought there was a little bit, for me, a little bit too much white in the background. I thought that maybe some more color or pop be included in that. So that's all I have to say about design number 1. Other than that, I thought it was a sweet design.
Yeah, I thought number 1 was very pretty, right? With the poppy and the way the El Toro in the background. I thought it was just a lovely entry. And
Okay. I liked it as well, and I love like the duality of the sun and the center of the poppy. That really struck me, and I missed it in your description of what you're looking for. You want something that's memorable in our mind, and I think because this is simple, I think you'd probably isolate it out of the white and have it on any color background, like do a background removal, so it might work. Ideally, I would love to see this on the downtown sign. I'd like to change them out like this in like reverse, like a like a reverse version of it. Anyway, that's just a whole nother subject, but I think it's quite beautiful. Very simple, but abstract and identifiable as far as the poppy and the El Toro mountain. I think it's great. I really like it a lot.
I also like the simplicity of it. But I would have liked to seen the dates on it, not just the 120th anniversary. If I were looking at this, I'd want
Oh, the 1905.
to 1926. That I think is what I think is missing in what we're showing. But other than that, it is a lovely piece, and it is simplistic, and it probably just needs to be incorporated into a shape, whether it's a circular one or something like that.
Yes, I think I do agree with everything that's been said. Definitely like colors too. It is a rising sun, it's the poppy. And so the rising sun again denotes the future. The El Toro is like historic in every way. It's visible from downtown. I did like the simplicity of it. And I thought, yes, for sure, I did like that. Possibly the font of Morgan Hill 120th anniversary. It felt like somehow it didn't go together, but overall, like if I'm looking at the visuals and the images, I actually did like it. I think it was beautifully done. For sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move to the second one. Just a point of clarification. So since we're hearing like people's opinions on additions or changes, are these adaptable? Like, can you go back to the artist and say like, year's 1, but can we do this? I mean, if you agree, because I mean, we're just giving you our opinion on it.
Right.
Just
I
that.
would, I would. say-
I think Brittany's time frame is probably too short.
Okay,
for
okay,
that.
okay, we'll just decide, that's fine, just.
Okay.
Okay, so design two.
Oh, design number two was the, think it had a sunset landscape. I think it had a cityscape.
There you go, that's it.
That's right. There it is.
Yes.
All right, so when I took a look at this design, the thing that captured me most was what I call the cityscape design. And it was really neat to see the steeple in the middle. It made me think of, I believe it's called United Methodist Church, which is, I think the oldest church in town. And I thought it was a nice nod to that church. That's what I envision when I see it. So it might not be that particular church, but that's what it made me feel when I looked at it. Regarding the, some of the things that or one of the things that I thought about, the 120, I would have liked to have, I don't know, seen it not partially hidden. 120 in the moon or the sun. So that for me, was something that, I don't know, that, kind of swayed me from this particular design, but, other than that, I really enjoyed the cityscape portion of it.
Yeah, this one really caught my attention. The greens, the El Toro, I thought the cityscape was pretty recognizable as Morgan Hill. I felt that it really embodied Morgan Hill. I loved the gold. I loved the rising 120. And I liked how prominent this was. I thought that this would go great on like a hat or paper, just the shape and the sizing of everything. This one really stood out to me and spoke to me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with all of that. And I like that. I know your guidelines were present, past, present, future. And so I see some buildings in there, ones that I can identify, and then like ones that aren't there right now. So I kind of like that, just knowing your guidelines and that the artist kind of considered that. I like when the 120 is behind, just because it leaves my brain to complete it. So it's just I don't know. And I like the shape. I like that it would probably, like you said, would go on a pin as well as something you could see from far away and easily read. Because I have bad eyes, so I like to be able to read signs from far away. And I do like the color palette quite a bit. So yeah, this is one of my favorites.
That's so interesting, because this is one of not my favorite.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm too artsy fartsy. I think this is really block for me, the block lettering, the heavy block lettering and all of that
Mhm.
isn't appealing, yet it's very readable. I mean, it's very distinguishable because of that, but it feels flat to me. I don't know why. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
They're like paper layers.
Well, I know it just highlights how we're all so different, because I actually really love this. I did like the 120. I mean, it's very obviously 120, and at the bottom it does say 120th anniversary. So I did like the fact that it's a rising 120. Love the palette. It's it has the warm color and it also has a coolness and the beauty of the green that Morgan Hill is. The El Toro is very present. The downtown logo, having been a past board member of the Downtown Association, I see that it is indeed the silhouette of Morgan Hill downtown, which I know that the other logos possibly doesn't have. So it does talk about the past, the present, the future in a very clean way. I do think it's very clean and it's very finished. I like that the block letters are it's like nicely colored in, as opposed to just if we are comparing the one previous, that if you see the TH where it's small letters and anniversary, everything else, Morgan Hill and anniversary were block letters. So I thought this was wonderful. I didn't think it would make a great t-shirt and a cap design too. So I actually did love it a lot. And I thought it looked great in grayscale also.
In grayscale.
I think that was one of the requirements, that it should be able to look good in grayscale, because it's not always that we have color.
Right. Okay, so we're on to the third logo, right? Everybody on?
Mhm.
So this logo, what I liked about it was, it included an El Toro. It had, the train, which I think is very historic to our town. Being that it used to be called, Huntington Station. And, I see use of vines, which are, very like a nod to all the vineyards in our town. Something that, when I look at the logo, the thing that draws me away from it is that, on an individual level, I think all of the things that are in it, items in it are very pretty, like there's a hot air balloon and there are cherry blossoms as well, and a banner, but, my issue with it is that I felt like there was too much put in, almost randomly. That, for example, the cherry blossoms, I felt like where they're being placed and the amount of cherry blossoms there are took away from the beauty that I was seeing in the design. So that's my thoughts about it.
Yeah, I think I'd be concerned with this sizing, losing some of those smaller details that are really pretty with the hot air balloon and the vines, but it would be a little hard sizing this down and still capturing those. I like that it kind of really represents, I think, more of Morgan Hill's history, but just maybe a little bit not as much the future. But it is very pretty.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like it as well, and I like that it's pretty, it includes a lot of what you guys had in your list of what's important. And I like the color. I love that it's a seal, because I like, it feels more official. I mean, I like all of the shapes, but I somehow like the seal shape as well. And I like that the artist has a train. It really addresses pretty much everything, so yeah, I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty neutral on it. I'd like the green to be a little bit brighter. It feels a little olivey to me, but that's fine. Other than that, it's busy. So it's got a lot of stuff going on in it. And I guess I don't equate a horse with Morgan Hill. I mean, I know we have a lot of ranches around and stuff, but I equate more agriculture and farming than I do, horse stables and stuff like that. That's just me. So.
Thank you. Yes, I think I agree with a lot of what I've heard. If I just look at it, it does look very pretty. I do thought that perhaps it's a little too busy. The flowers all over and the hot air balloon. Honestly, I did not notice it until I read about it. I did like the vine a lot. I also noticed that aesthetically, if you look at where it says 120, the banner, you can see the number 120 oversteps the place where the banner would be, so it's like not as clean. Even the flower beside 120th, I thought was, again, like it exceeds the boundaries, I guess, of the little banner, the ribbon at the bottom. I do agree that it's more olivey in color, and yet overall, yes, sure, it is pleasing. I did think it does do too big a nod to the past, as in a hot air balloon reminds me, the 19th century. The train was lovely. I did think that I didn't quite see the present or the future, or maybe just the future, because the vine, I guess, is the present, yes. So overall, it is pleasing, but there is a but to it, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think in the artist statement, she said that the balloon was a reference to liking the balloons now, because we have them in San Martin. every
Right,
year.
right. Oh, I see. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But yeah, they've been around so long, it's hard to know. Yeah. I mean, the festival, I wonder if they're still having.
That's right. Yeah, this is the San Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this design, I can say that it's truly colorful. I will say that, for me, the messaging is not, clear. The wording is too small for my liking, and, I think that one of the criteria stated that they needed to be limited to 3 primary colors.
Mm.
So I felt like, there were a lot more colors than should have been.
So I read the description that this was sort of an interpretation of the gardens in Villa Miramonte. And so that's where the inspiration came from, but I wouldn't know that without reading the description. And so I don't think it kind of, to the first viewer who looks at it says, this is Morgan Hill. The font is a little different. I haven't seen this particular font where some of the letters are very wide and some of the letters are very narrow. I'm just not sure how that's gonna work if you scale this down. I think you're gonna lose legibility.
Yeah, I read that too, that it's the maze or something. And I like that, with the maze at the historical museum, I like that it's different and I like that they kind of thought outside the box and it's pretty neat. You know, I like it. And it seems futuristic in a way all at the same time. So I like that you've added it. But I think the interpretation for the general public might be a little hard as far as like that it's celebrating our 120th year, but I do like it.
Yeah, it's very creative, but doesn't speak about what we are. So, I mean, you saw it as a maze, but my first look at it was like a radio tower with the waves that come out, you know, when you see the tower. But it certainly is an abstract, and some people love abstract art, so it's great that way.
Yes, thank you. I actually, when I looked at it too, I thought, oh, that is very appealing. And then when I read about it, I understood what it was about. However, I did too feel the same thing. I like the fact that it was futuristic, but it did remind me of like a spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not that big a fan of the font. It's very, skinny. It's like right there, the hedge is just not visible. As far as the colors now, as an art docent, I see a lot of secondary colors, but I think it needs to have three colors. So I think it does have 4. So I mean, I think it's a great effort. I did like it when I looked at it, but honestly, I don't think it's us. But yeah, well done, for sure.
Yeah.
So with this design, I was happy to see their interpretation of El Toro on it and the rolling hills. Again, I don't know what it is for me, but I know some of you like the Rising 120. When I must, it's something with me in numbers, I need to see them clearly. And the fact that it's partially hidden, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me for some reason. The other thing is, I feel like, while there was use of blue, I felt like there was too much blue, and I would have liked to have seen, some other colors, complementing it. And if I'm not mistaken, the years are not correct. So that was, another thing that would have needed to be worked on.
Oh, what are the years though?
1906 to
Oh,
2020.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
I did notice that it's incorrect.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so I had really liked the rising sun, the 120 and that second image, and I like that they kind of had the same idea. It's just, I think it was too covered.
Yeah.
Right, so immediately when you look at this, you're not really sure what the number is. The dates are about a year off, but also the years in Morgan Hill is very prominent. So that's kind of where you go first, and you have to figure the rest out. So I don't think it was as immediately clear. I did like how it popped. I liked that. I liked kind of the different shape of it. I think for me, the 120 was a little too covered up. I think it takes a longer to sort of sort out what its meaning, what's it's for, what it represents.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, there's kind of a rule in design and in photography, like when you cut something off in a picture, it has to be at a joint. And I think that's what we're missing here. The other one looked fine because it's kind of not it's kind of where your brain can finish it, but
Yeah.
so they're close, and I love the different shades of blue. I think it makes it really interesting, but it does almost look like a snow mountain, like I'm like a ski resort. But I like the design, I really do, minus the year. I didn't even notice that it was wrong, and I do like the text below. I like the font. I like that Morgan Hill's big, and they included California because you could be somewhere else and know that it's in California. And I think that's the only designer that did that put California. But yeah.
Was that the one that said that they put in Morgan Hill, California, because there's no other town in all of the United States called Morgan Hill? One of
One of them
Oh, did
did
they
say
one of
that.
them said that.
Yeah, but I don't.
No,
yeah,
but
I
it's
don't
not.
know.
I wouldn't say that.
So anyway, yeah, I do like it, but I think it's missing a couple of things for me. It doesn't look like the sun or the warmth of Morgan Hill, but I do like the design, so. All right, yeah, thanks.
Okay, I'm the same way. I don't like the buried 120. Yes, the dates are wrong. I think they were thinking of that it would be a gray, black and white, you know, if you had to go black and white, it would smack for that. But I'd like to see a little more color and interest myself. That's just because I'm artsy, I'm sorry.
Yes, I mean, the first thing that I did notice was the years were wrong. And whereas, you know, the 120 with just the 0 being covered and just the tail end of the 2 is very obviously a 1, 2, and 0, you know, can finish it, whereas here, both the 2 and the 0 are hidden a lot. So yes, you have to figure out like, what is it, like, you know, so I think that didn't do it for me. And also we're in California and this looks very, I don't know, Scandinavian, very, very blue. It's a pretty blue for sure. And I know it's one of our colors, but I just thought that we're in Southern California, it didn't do it for me. I love the El Toro silhouette, but I couldn't, and I know that's timeless and is there today, was there yesterday, and will probably be there tomorrow. So maybe that stands in as both past, present, and future, but that's about it. Like overall, it's very pleasing, and my brain even said, "Oh, look at the silhouette. It's like the front of a train. Is it that? I don't know." But that's what my brain said. So it's like, oh, very clever, but I'm not even sure if the artist intended that. And but I have to say that I have liked each and every one of these designs. But you know, because we do have to choose, I wouldn't say this met every criteria that I was looking for.
There's others that say California. They were the train, horse, and cherry here at the top, and then they'll be seen in the last one that we have as well.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this one was just more prominent. It was like all across the bottom of the banner.
And the final design.
So this one, I love their use of color. I love that the sunrise or sunset is there. I love the train. The banner is nicely designed. Very easy to see the years on there. I loved the circular border. I too seem to like the seal.
The seal.
And so the circular border caught my attention, and I like the use of stars on the side of the border to fill in some of that the spacing, right? That was just the blue background. For me, it's yeah, the most visually appealing with the clearest meaning.
Yeah, I do like the colors of this. I think they pop. They're not as muted. I wish the train was not so focal. I wish it was a little smaller and that I could really see El Toro in the background as opposed to sort of just a green hill with the sun. I think with the train, for me, I think it's more of the past and not so much the future with Morgan Hill, but it is it's striking in its colors. I think it would look good larger or smaller on paper, black and white. I think it would be fine.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I like it too. It's one of my favorites. I know it doesn't check all the boxes, but I really like the composition of it a lot, like the empty space next to the sun, and then the swirly smoke. I really like the design. And then again, I like the seal as well. So it's like one of my top picks. And the the color palette is nice and bright and cheerful. It's really cheerful. So it's in the seal. It's also really cheerful at the same time. It's a little more whimsical than the other one that's in a seal. Yeah, so I like it. I like
Yeah.
everything.
Well, it's definitely my favorite. I love the colors. I love how it pops. I love all the information is there. We're celebrating the 120 years. We've got the banner with the 1906 to 2026, which I like. I like the agricultural part that's showing under the bottom of the train, the rows of the crops. It's got everything. The train may be a little bit big and it probably misses the future of Morgan Hill. But it speaks to me about Morgan Hill with the El Toro and the beautiful sun and the agriculture and everything. So I like this one very much.
Thank you. I have to say, I do like this one too. I do like the colors are nice and bright, very pleasing. I do like the rising sun. I too wish that the train, which is beautifully rendered, very stylistically, I wish it was quite so prominent. And again, El Toro, I can see that the artist picked that little bit of El Toro that makes it obviously El Toro, but if, like, you know, we as Morgan Hillians, as I guess you call ourselves, would know that it's El Toro. I'm not sure anyone else would see it if that would be quite as apparent. To me, a seal, I like the idea of a seal, but it does feel a little more to the past. So I think stylistically, I love it. Like artistically, I love it. I just think that it is possibly missing. Like when I look at it, it looks like nature and a train. I don't get the sense of a city, a town, you know, people, or maybe people because it's a train. But I have to say I did love it. It's among my top three for sure.
Is it possible to get like input from you, Brittany, since you've been so involved in this, just to, before we make a vote? Is that what you like or what you're, you want to go through them, what you think?
I'm happy to.
Okay, great.
And this is my very unartistic opinion. I'm the artist here. Okay, let me go back here. So I'll just talk about them so we can see them one more time too. Maybe that's helpful. This one I love for all the reasons everyone else talked about them too. I love the simplicity of it. Also, I like the flowy lines of it. I thought that was really pretty. I love the color scheme. And I too thought it was pretty creative to kind of put the center of the flower with the sunset. I really enjoyed this one actually. Let's see. This one, you know, when I originally saw it, I was kind of 50-50 because it looked, and I'm going to say this from the economic development person, it looked very industrial, but in a good way. And after hearing kind of everyone else, and especially Commissioner Lynn talk about how, you know, you can see the steeple, and then my eye was kind of like, oh, it's kind of more downtown. And then I can't remember who said it, but it's also talking about, was that you, Smug? Yeah. Also talking about how it's growing and how it's maybe the history is in the center, but it's growing outwards and becoming more industrial and manufacturing. And that's a large piece of Morgan Hill and who we are. So after hearing those comments, I think I changed my mind on this one and I like it as well. Love the color scheme and I really like the shape of this one. And I think it would transition very well into a hat, into a coin, into a t-shirt, you know, all the things we might want to do with it. Sorry. This one I loved as well, but same comment that everyone else had. It was very busy. Like my eye is just going everywhere, which I guess isn't a bad thing because it keeps my attention. Yeah. But it's just I feel like I would have perhaps having the cherry blossoms out and then having the 120th a little bit smaller and the focus more on. My parents have horses, so I get the equestrian piece of it, and I love it from that sense. But yeah, maybe just cleaning up everything and just making it a little bit easier on the eyes to see. This one, I had also the spaceship thought, but I love the creativity and the funky modern vibe. I absolutely love the colors too. They really, really pop, and yeah, this one grew on me. This one did. This one I liked more than I thought I would, actually. It took a couple looks at it. It kind of looks almost like a label, like a beer label or a wine label.
Yeah.
It was kind of how I went with it, but then after Simone was talking about the front of a train, I thought, oh, that's a very creative way to do it if that's what they were thinking to do. The 120th looks to me like I could maybe think it's 129 if I'm reading it a certain way. But I like the feel of it and the flow and kind of the colors and everything is just, your eye kind of goes to everything, not all at the same time, but you end up hitting all of the points on it. And this one I really, really enjoyed. Actually, I see the idea behind maybe shrinking down the train just a little bit. I like the colors, I like the flow, I like the way it's all laid out. I love that the negative space was kind of circled in with the stars. I thought that was really pretty. I like that it's a circle that's also super modern and really common, I guess, in new logos now, that the shape isn't just a square with negative space in the back. So I really like that. I do feel that it leans a lot towards history and not so much towards the future.
Right.
But other than that, I really enjoyed it. That's probably not helpful at all. Those are my.
It is. No, because it's so good, right? I guess you all loved something about each and every one.
of them.
Yeah, it's hard, really hard to choose,
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I
absolutely.
really love the first one and I love the art
Yeah.
piece of it. It's very artistic and probably one of the most, into like, I don't know.
Are we allowed to
And
hear
then
from
the
our
ones.
yet or not yet, or does that come later, or do we want to hear from?
Yeah,
our
it's an
public?
agenda item. Does anyone have anything they want to add?
Right?
Would anyone
If you'd like to.
like to come up and speak?
We are pretty biased because we're supporting our brother who's supporting.
Oh, so you're Andrew. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's very kind of.
That's nice of you to tell us.
You're
Yeah.
welcome to come up here and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his definitely inventive, really creative.
At this point, do we want to perhaps narrow them down a little bit and then kind of?
I think it's a great idea, easier
Yeah.
to vote.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go through them from the beginning. And then
And you just want to go through and say keep or
Yeah, we could say that. Let's do that.
keep or pass.
we want to aim to keep two.
Yeah,
Two
I'd
or
say keep three. Oh, I'm at 3 at the moment, but I can narrow
So
it.
keep 3 out of the 6 and then go back through
Yeah,
again.
that sounds
Okay.
great. We said 50% and.
Okay, so you were just gonna go down the row and say keep, or?
You could do that. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so this one is,
Number, are we starting with?
yeah, this you.
Okay. I guess we're starting with me. I would
Gosh.
maybe, maybe not.
Oh, okay, so it's a are you tallying this or do you? It's okay, we'll figure it out. Figure it out.
I'm not, but
Okay.
just a note, we probably have about 20 minutes because as you know, we have another commission meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's,
Right, yeah, maybe a show of hands.
that sounds good. Okay, so to keep this one. 2, okay, so that's number 1 is 2. All right.
3 or 2. Yeah, I thought
There were 3. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I missed it. I looked down too fast. Okay.
Cindy, was that a yes from you, Cindy? Was that a yes from you?
It was,
Oh.
with with the caveat that they have to.
I think we're not, we're not allowed
I don't
to
do
do that.
Yeah.
Like,
We can't change
no,
it.
we can't just
Yeah,
Okay, then it's 2.
it's 2 keeps.
Me too, I love it. The only thing was I didn't like the font. Yeah, we
Mhm.
love the design.
Okay, so we're off to number 2 then.
Okay.
Show of hands for keep.
Mm.
Okay,
Four.
that's 4. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, show of hands for keep.
For 3.
Just 1. Okay. Show of hands for keep.
I love it though, really.
I did love it.
It's just, I'm glad you've included it.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a.
I would like to see this person be a cartoonist or do their
Yes.
full, yeah. Have them talk to me.
Yeah,
I'm Jasper.
I did love it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Okay,
The colors are
hands for keep. Oh, sorry. I was just raising my hand for no reason. Okay, sorry. Get your attention. All right, I can't do this. All right, next one. 5, 4 and 5. Okay, hands for keep.
Sure.
So we have 4. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, 6. Oh, no, that was it, right?
That was it.
Yeah, this is the final.
Oh, right, because we have them.
So I guess we have a tie.
Yeah, the first and the last one.
Yeah.
Not, was it, so it was the
Wait a
second one.
second.
The second one.
Second and the last.
Second and the last. okay.
Second and
So this
Yeah.
one,
Oh, right.
Do we want to talk about the present funds and then do it quickly and make sure we finish before, I guess, 18 minutes are done?
At this point, we
Number
need to
2,
just say which one you want.
4.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the first one that we had.
Do you mind if I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I wanted number 6 so badly, but now listening to all of you speak, this one is growing on me more. Design number 2 is growing on me more because I am seeing more of the, I don't know, the future. I like what you all said about it looking really good on hats and t-shirts. So I don't know, number 2 is growing on me a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, number 2 is still, I think so many of them have wonderful elements, but I just really love that we had our city in this logo. We had El Toro, we had our rising sun. I thought it was really bold and I think it'll look really nice on copy and on merchandise.
Yeah, I agree. And then, oh, sorry, you done?
Mhm.
I like it just because it's simpler. The other one we're voting, I really like the color scheme much better. But I like this one because it kind of checks all the boxes. And has like a really simple kind of overlay, like those 3 levels of colors, 3 or 4. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine if that's what everybody likes. It wouldn't be my choice because the lettering's too blocky for me, but
Mhm.
it's certainly readable and very noticeable, and it does check all the boxes. It doesn't check, doesn't it check? Yeah, it doesn't check the past. It checks the future though, or the growth of the city. So, and if that's the direction we're heading, that's what it should be doing.
I actually do love this. I in fact do feel like it addresses the past because that's very obviously the 4th Street Church, the Methodist Church. I know that this silhouette is part of the Downtown Association logo, and that's how I know it is. And I do love the warm colors and the 120. So I feel like it addresses the past, the present, and the future. The future as in the rising sun. And if you look at it, it looks very circular too. So it make a great logo like on social media where you can only see around. So I was thinking of publicity, and I was thinking it would be great for that too. Which the other one will also do, but I do love it. So I'm saying big yeah.
One question. I'm noticing right now, I mean, we see 120 both times or 2 times on this design, but we don't see the year. Is it possible if this becomes the final design that somehow 1906 to 2026 gets added? Or is that not possible?
I think it's totally possible, but it won't be the commission's call on that. You'll select it and then Brittany and the group will
That's right.
work with the artists if they choose to.
Thank you.
This will be the final choice for the commission.
Yeah.
That's right.
okay, so it has,
So we're
this,
good.
So go in the next one, right? The last,
Oh,
we're gonna talk about the last one, or we?
Well, for me, I gave you the full.
I mean,
so, yeah, I gave my-
We're ready to vote.
Yeah.
I'm just torn. Okay. So we're gonna vote?
Yes, we're
Oh,
good.
I thought this was a vote.
That was about,
We were talking.
Okay,
We were
can
talking.
Can we raise our hands? Because now I'm not sure.
Let's
We just raise our hands for vote, sorry.
Yeah.
Should I be formal and motion?
since you
for vote?
talked through that other one that you liked, and this was the other one, did you want to talk through this quickly, or
We
you feel like
should,
you're
yeah.
ready?
Yeah. I was under the impression that we were picking the one we want.
Yeah, that's what I was under. the-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right, so I think we'll just do the vote then. Right, we don't have to talk about it unless,
no, we have to talk. We already talked.
yeah, we did. Okay, great. So I motion that we vote for, yeah, for this
Design number
design,
six?
for design numbers. No, not two.
Two.
Number two, yeah,
Sorry.
number
Two,
second.
I misspoke.
Are we all,
It's you might just want to say the Evan Kelly design.
Evan and Kelly design?
Evan Kelly. is the
Evan Kelly.
person.
Evan Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, so I motion that we vote to approve the Evan Kelly design.
I'll second.
Anyone second? Okay, great. Any opposed
All in
or
favor.
abstain?
All those in favor?
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. Any opposed? Okay, so the motion passes. Sorry.
Thank you for all of this, Brittany. You
Thank
really
you.
put this for your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fun.
This is, thank you.
And is this going to be the final? Just please do let me know whenever I'm able to use it for social media. I will incorporate it right away for the various other 120th anniversary things.
Wonderful. Yeah, so I think after this, I will contact the artists and let them know they've won, and then perhaps put together a press release with the information on it, push it out, and then send it to our communications director and PIO, Michelle Bigelow, so she can start adding in onto our stuff as well.
Great.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is great. Love being a part of it. Thanks.
Is a young person or
It'll say if they're 18,
it just says, are you 18 or older?
Over.
But I was just wondering if it was,
19, 20.
yeah, somebody
Yeah.
college age or somebody.
Are we presenting the, well, let me formally adjourn the meeting. Okay, I formally adjourn the special meeting of January 20th, 2026. Sorry about that. See, I'm very tired. I was up till 3 yesterday working.
And you made it way early. After I told you guys you have like 25 minutes. It was still like, okay.
Just like us, we're like, oh, we've been happy. Yeah. I feel.
Thank you.
I really liked S's design.
Which one was Gus?
The first one. I
Oh,
like
that's
it.
lovely.
I think that should be the downtown association for the gateway. So I think that they should use
It's
that.
it was
It's
like
special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my husband's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I really love this. This was, oh, I'm so sad. I just didn't, yeah, I just didn't like this. It looked very like, the New Roman, whatever, script.
Yeah.
And see how how they did like,
Yeah, it won't pop like on a dark background, like the downtown.
it's skinny and then the spots.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Really nice.
It was yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not too many.
Yeah.
So nice.
We may have to sign on though, but I mean, if you want to like.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did like, did we not make that?
Yeah, too bad because it's colors and how it falls with eyes is much more appealing.
Keep on thinking.
The other was very industrial, it's right in your face, and yes,
Make it.
you're going to see it.
Right.
It's got a whole different vibe.
So totally, yeah, I really like the
Bristol, like, there's that layer
and
in
then
colors,
you
like
like start
block,
lining up.
block, you know, it's like.
Yeah, that's very.
I don't know what you call that, but.
I said
just
flag.
like it.
Yeah, I like it. I said it's very.
It's doing it.
But to me, it was my two favorites.
And I was thinking that.
I really, yeah,
Kind of did speak to the future because like
Like,
everybody
everybody
talking about.
yeah.
It's cool when you've got like. It does cut it out, so it's so wet, and you cut it out again.
Right, that's true.
Like you layer.
And not over.
And it has that kind of reminds me of that. I don't.
That's right,
point.
yeah.
Maybe the.
Something we
motive
did
for the high
school,
school,
but I like it.
You know, you just cut out, so.
I know,
That happens interesting.
Carry that, but I'm
assuming it's at the next
because it's not presented, it's a lot of.
I'm gonna ask him at the next meeting or meeting.
We always like, yeah.
Yeah, like safety on top of each other.
Yeah.
I thought that it was like a secure, like the officer.
That's right.
And we don't. Yes, I mean, right, it was very much at the plants, and we said, and I mean, you could look at it, so you don't know what was.
Yeah.
One of them was saying like it was Morgan Hill Station.
Constitution Station.
Okay.
Oh, I love that restaurant.
We did that.
Yeah.
Mood stuff, nothing. Right now, but you could email her and check with her what she's planning on doing.
All right.